And we are live.
All right. Welcome, everybody, to tonight's session of A World on Fire, where we last left off. The party's ship, the Sword of Akatosh, had been swallowed whole by the Chained Oblivion, as Pelor the Dawnfather tried to save them, but was in vain. Um, most of the party elected to try and teleport out, only to find themselves in the shifting chaos that is the Chained Oblivion, a writhing mass of flesh and teeth and shadow. Some of them gained some strange mutations because of it. While this was happening, Rowan and Saga were trying to get all the goblins off the ship. However, they were too slow, as all they saw was the mashing of teeth and whatnot on around the ship. And after several minutes of this, Rowan Saga came up with the idea to try and use the magic of the ship against the Chained Oblivion. Found a goblin in their crew that at least had a favoritism towards blowing shit up, and he rigged one of the magical machines in the research deck to explode, giving off a magical EMP that allowed the ship to fall out of the Chained Oblivion, crashing on the side of a mountain. While this was happening, Kato and Gesh were protected by the strange mutations thanks to an artifact that Kato had on him, and he was able to get the rest of the party to get pulled into that protective field before they mutated to something truly horrifying. And as they were dragged down through the interior of the mountain, the artifacts seemed to pull them out of the shifting chaos that is the Chained Oblivion, landing at the feet of a figure that they didn't recognize yet was all too familiar to them. And after looking over them, the figure turned to go deal with the Chained Oblivion, who was in a fight with the Dawnfather. And between the two of them, they were able to weaken the Chained Oblivion enough to take him behind a great big pair of magical doors. As a majority of the party was watching this, they were joined by their good friend Amu.
God, I hate that guy.
Who, with the help of a giant earth and fire elemental, started to fight the party. However, it wasn't long before the scuffle gained the attention of the deities off in the distance, and the old figure that the party assumes to be Asher returned to their group, banished the two elementals away, and basically put a stop to the fighting. While all this was going on, Rowan was trying to help the goblins get down the side of the mountain, one
Slow
by
little
one,
bitches.
with her air glider, which takes a full minute to set up. And as she's getting essentially getting ready. Like this whole time, you've just been putting together a glider. You haven't even started helping them down the mountain yet. I would like you to make a perception check, Rowan.
Okay. Oh, I didn't open my character sheet. Hang on. Uh, 22.
All right. You notice something out of the corner of your eye, and you look up. And for a split second, you think it's Pelor again because it's a flash of light. Before you remember, wait, no, he went down into the mountain.
Mm-hmm.
So who's this flash of light?
Mm-hmm.
And you watch as a small glowing form starts descending down towards the mountain, and then seems to kind of break off and start coming towards you.
Why do I have this beacon for light? There's flying light? Oh shit, let's go to Rowan. Do I have a radar on me or something? Do I have Find My Friends on?
You've like the opposite of Find My Friends on. You've airdrop on.
Yeah, exactly.
Anybody
Light-
can do it.
Yeah, it's just light drop. I am. Come to me.
Oh, there's a drown nearby? Let's go to them and bug them with light.
Well, I mean, I should point out that you are standing right next to a crashed Mind Flayer ship.
Fair.
As well as a large group of goblins.
Yeah. Well, I guess I wait for this other light to show up because what else the fuck do I gotta do?
All right. Where Pelor's light was more of just like a brilliant source of sunlight, this light seems to have more of a crackling of fire to it.
Mm-hmm.
And as it kind of swoops down and lands in front of you, you see it is a young woman, maybe like early 20s, very kind of dark olive skin, and her hair is a very bright blonde, almost crackling as if the hair itself was fire. And she looks at you, and she says, "Hiya!"
Hello? I'm like slowly putting together my glider, just like, who the fuck is this? Wait, do I know this person? Have I met this person before?
You've never met this person before.
Oh, okay, cool. Do you need something? Who are you?
That's what I was going to ask you. Do you need any help?
I like look down the mountain and look at my goblin. Kinda.
What do you need help with?
I need to get all of these, and I gesture to the goblins down there, alive, preferably.
Oh. Okay. And you see she snaps her fingers, and just in a split second, you, Saga, and all of the goblins are just standing in the kind of wasteland that used to be a forest around this singular mountain.
Well, that was practical. Is she here too? I'm
Yep.
guessing she's here too.
She is also there.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Do you hang out around battles between godly beings very often?
I wouldn't say often. It's still kind of new, but I do hang around battles a lot.
Sure. Who are you exactly?
Oh, sorry, I didn't introduce myself. My name is Saren Ray.
Motherfucker. Oh, pleasure to meet you. I'm Rowan. This is Saga. These are the goblins.
Nice to meet you, Rowan. Saga. The goblins.
Do I see a way into the mountain? To where... Or actually, I guess I still don't actually know where my friends are, do I?
You do not.
Oh, that's right.
You did see for a split second what looked like them descending into the mountain, being carried off by the shifting black smoke that is the Chained Oblivion.
Ah, yes, of course, and their little safety ball.
Yeah, exactly.
um, do I see a way into the mountain from here?
Well, you're kind of like it's not like a wasteland and then a cliff straight up. There's a long hill leading up to the side of the mountain.
Oh.
So no, you do not see an entrance.
I look at the goblins and I'm just like, just stay here and stay out of trouble. We'll come back for you. And I look back at Saren Ray and I'm like, can you get me in there? Pointing at the mountain.
Sure.
I'll leave Saga with the goblins.
Okay.
I'll aggressively look at all the goblins and I'll be like, you answer to her now, or else you're answering to me.
Okay. Make an intimidation check.
These never go well. That's investigation, intimidation. All right, I'm on a roll.
Yeah, it's the night of 22s apparently.
It is. Thank you, Taylor Swift.
Don't jinx it. Don't jinx it.
It's already been jinxed. You
All right.
Not been jinxed. It.
So, jumping to the other party. You all were in the middle of a battle with Amu and the elementals. This old grizzled man with a sword on his back showed up and basically told you all to stop fighting. And then Amu called him dad. How does the party react to that information?
Start taking notes.
Intense stares of judgment at Amu.
I
All of the
relax.
judgment.
I relax a little bit.
All right. Oh yeah. Also a reminder that Vanya,
I'm old.
you are an old woman.
I'm old.
All right.
I wrote it in my notes so I wouldn't forget.
Okay. So, as all of you just kind of stand there in stunned silence, the old man and Amu kind of stare at each other, possibly glaring, kind of on the edge of what is a glare. And then the old man finally says, "This explains why I thought they were dead. I couldn't sense them. They were with you, weren't they? He says, that's right. Your little band of misfits here. They're the ones that you can thank for my return. If it wasn't for them, I'd still be sleeping on the bottom of the ocean. Another pause as the old man looks over all of you. Vanya, you feel yourself suddenly having all the pain that you feel in your joints from age suddenly recede
And
as you quickly return to your original age.
Great.
if only it worked like that actually.
Right. Thank you.
So, was this your plan? To kill them? Force my hand? To which Amu says, force your hand! I'm not an idiot. If you were going to kill me, you would have done it a long time ago. No, you just put me in a timeout for centuries. See, he kind of starts moving up towards the old man.
I thought I had family issues.
Right?
Took me a long time to figure out exactly why you did that. And then it finally came to me. You don't hate me. You hate yourself. Because I'm a part of you. I'm what you hate most about yourself. And that's why you can't kill me. Guilt. Everybody that I've killed, every single bit of pleasure I've taken in their deaths, that's your pleasure. You made me this way. You know there's only one way this is gonna end, and I know you're never gonna do that. With your fancy glowing sword there. See, the old man looks at the sword, and then back at Amu, and he says, you're right. And he just kind of tosses the sword off to the side. I can't do it. I won't do it. So just get it over with already. And you see Amu bursts out laughing. He says, you think I'm going to kill you now? That's not how this ends. I've been holding on for something a long time for you. I'm not gonna hurt you with claws or blade. I'm gonna hurt you where it counts. And then he looks up and yells out, Genie! My final wish. I want you to take away the thing my father loves most. At this point, Amity, as you're watching this exchange, you see... It's almost like you're seeing double vision. You can see everything going on in front of you. However, you can also see a secondary scene happening at the same time. And it takes you a second to realize that you're seeing a magical projection being sent directly to your field of vision. And it says, well, you see a room, kind of looks like a laboratory. And you see a figure that you don't recognize. And this figure says, "Citizens of Aor,
Oh no.
all foreign and domestic, we're sending out this long-range message to share a breakthrough with all of you. Moments ago, our sensors picked up a reading."
I'm gonna start
Some-
relaying this as I hear it.
Sure. Picked up a reading of something we didn't know we could pick up. We've tried in the past for our weapon to target one of them, yet they've all been able to magically distort our sensors so that we can never quite get a lock on. Not until today, as we have finally found a target for the crown jewel of Aor. And you can see behind this person, this mage who is speaking directly to you, a shifting globe of crystals that's crackling with energy. And it seems to be spinning wildly. And you can see what looks to be a strange image appearing below these crackling crystals. You see two women standing there. One you don't recognize, with olive skin and bright hair like fire. The other one you do recognize. You see Rowan.
Hey guys, I made a friend.
Rowan, as you're standing there, as Sarenrae goes to snap her fingers again to transport the two of you into the mountain, you find you're not in the mountain. You find yourself in what looks to be a dark void with walls of pure energy encasing you into this small enclosed space.
Why?
And Sarenrae says, "That wasn't supposed to happen."
What? That's not. What do you mean? That's the last thing you want to hear from your ride. It's like when your Uber driver is like, "Oh, so there's a problem." You don't want to hear that. What happened? Where are we? What is this? I poke the energy walls.
All right.
Oh, this is gonna end badly, but yes, I poke them.
As you poke the energy walls, you take 10 points of lightning damage.
Sick. It's like a really bad static shock. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I rubbed my feet on the carpet for too long. All right.
Saren Ray says, I'm not sure where we are. There seems to be some kind of strange magical containment field.
Okay. Can we get out?
Let me try something.
Oh, that's what you definitely want to hear from the god in the small enclosed space you're with. Let me try something. It's like every time Shulk says, I'm gonna go at advantage. And then we all die.
I haven't killed anybody yet. Excuse you.
This is on yet.
You can see, like, she snaps her fingers a couple more times, like, this usually works.
Alright, so the Infinity Gauntlet's broken. Good to know. Do we just...
Maybe I need, like, a different anchor point? I don't...
Where are you trying to anchor from, or to?
No, like an anchor, like, the snapping, that's supposed to be, like, a focus.
Oh.
What do you do when you really want to, like, do something?
Depends. It's either
Run away.
punch. It's either punch, pray, or run. So, I mean, do you want to like punch my hand?
I've never punched anybody before.
Well, I'd say pray, but I'm pretty sure people probably pray to you and not the other way around.
Why would people pray to me?
You snap your fingers and are able to teleport us places, and you definitely don't look like everybody else. And you sort of give off
That's awfully presumptuous of you.
Well, not in a bad way. I just mean you give off sort of the same vibes as other, godly people I know. Which I never thought I'd say that sentence in my life, but here we are.
I'm confused.
Anyway, take your pick. We can't run, so that's out of the option. Unless this is like this ball will move if we run. Just a giant lightning hamster ball.
Well, it's not a ball. It's
right. Yes. Sorry, we're just in.
It's got corners. it's not like a square or anything. It's kind of like a strange geometric shape.
Yeah. Okay. So I don't know. Do you want me to see if I can? I probably won't be able to contact anyone if you're not able to snap us out of here. But do you want to try hitting something? I don't know.
As you're having this conversation, you notice that the containment field around the two of you starts to hum. Kind of a rhythmic humming.
Don't like that.
Slowly getting faster.
This is really out of my field here. This is.
You're telling me I just help people.
Yeah, I
heal their wounds, take them where they need to go. I'm at a loss too.
I'm gonna. I guess I got no other choice. So I might as well try. I'm gonna sit down and clutch my symbol of Palor real tight and try my best and see what happens. Do I get a signal? Is there reception in the void?
There is not.
Ah, shit. All right. Yeah, that's normally my last option. So if that doesn't work, I don't have much else. Do we just wait? This humming seems to be doing something. I really don't know.
As you kind of look up at her, you can see that she's just kind of looking at you confused. and there's a small drop of blood coming down from her nose.
Are you? Whoa! What's that? Why is that normal? Do you normally bleed from your face like that?
I've never bled at all before.
Oh gosh, are you okay?
I don't know.
I go over to her just in case she like falls or something, and I'm just like, do you want to maybe sit? It's what I do with my friend when I'm worried about her too.
It's not really anything to sit on, as you guys are kind of floating in this geometric shape.
I mean, you can cross your legs and pretend. I don't know. Do you happen to have any way of shooting lightning at me by any chance?
No.
Dang. Okay, never mind. That's my other plan. But
My
that didn't
uncle
work
can
either.
do that.
Your uncle?
Yeah, my uncle. His name is Cord.
This is too many godly beings. This is too many. Okay. Well, that doesn't really help us right now, unless you have a way of, phoning your uncle from here.
What's a phone?
Yeah, you know what I meant. Phone a friend. In this case, a family member.
Hold on. Let me try something.
Oh god, that again. I hate hearing that sentence in this.
And you see
fucking
her
movie.
kind of like, she closes her eyes and kind of has like a look of concentration on her face, like her tongue is sticking out one side. And she's kind of like really thinking hard. And then she says, nope, I can't reach anybody. And as she kind of opens her eyes, you can see her eyes are completely bloodshot now. And actually kind of like starting to cry blood near the tear ducts.
Oh no. I just like go over and I'm just like doing what I do with Amity, which is essentially just like hold her by each arm. I'm just like, please stop.
Stop what?
There's more blood out of your face, and it's very concerning.
What do I do?
I don't know. I've never been in this before. I have a friend that I ask questions about stuff like this, and she's not here. It's just you and me, and I don't know what to do. You don't know what to do. Neither of us know what to do. I'm panicking. Are you panicking? Because I'm panicking.
Is that what this feels like? Is this panic?
Yeah, I mean, is your heart beating really fast, and are you kind of like sweating for no reason? Then yes.
Okay, stream is back up. Sorry about that, people. My internet crashed, or my computer crashed on me, so I apologize for the inconvenience and technical difficulties, but now we return you to your regularly scheduled D&D.
All right. So, yeah. Like I was saying, Amity, as you're relaying all this this scene to everybody else, you notice that the way that Rowan and this other woman are acting, it's as if the time in the void where they're in is passing a lot faster than it is here in the material plane, as they are just kind of rapidly moving around trying to do different things and talking to each other.
Okay. What do we do?
Who are you asking?
I'm just kind of asking.
Existence as a whole, you know?
Yeah.
I don't. How do we even? I don't know. I have a
What?
feeling we're about to have our own problems to deal with.
Yeah. What even was that?
You can see the old man, his kind of grim demeanor now changed to a look of horrified panic as Amity describes what's happening. And he says to Amu, "Is like, please don't do this. Don't do that. Yes, I hate myself. I hate you. We all hate each other. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for what I did. I'm sorry for what happened. I'm sorry for what you did. I'm sorry for everything. Don't take it out on her. She wasn't even around back then. She's still practically a child." And you see Amu says, the way she describes her sounds familiar. Just like a certain someone we used to know back then. Tell you what, Dad. I'll take it back. Say my name. And you can see the old man he pauses and he looks at Amu. He says, "You know I can't do that. For what happened, for what you did. You don't have a name anymore. Your name doesn't exist." He says, "Then I guess someone else is about to not exist." Is anybody in the party doing anything?
What are we
Thinking. I'm thinking.
What would we even do?
Why can't you say it? You should just say it. You should just say it.
He's right next to me, isn't he?
No, he's walked away from you over to where the old man is standing. Kato is standing next to you.
Okay. Okay. For the moment, I do. Is he within 120 feet?
Who, Amu?
Yeah.
He is.
For the time being, before he can do anything, I'm gonna just. A nice sphere of silence.
Okay. You're casting silence on him?
Can't cast spells, you can't speak, bitch!
For the time being, that's the best I got.
That
It's
is
better than what I've got.
really funny.
Can't argue if you can't fucking speak.
God, how I wish I had a death ball of goblins right now to just, like, throw it.
Agreed.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
that
like
is
I
so
don't-
funny.
what am I gonna do? Cast Zone of Truth on him?
I don't know if I don't even know if I can do banishment high enough. Where would that even put him?
Great question.
It's either that or a
I-
fucking earthquake and cave us all in.
I'd like to panic.
Yeah.
I'm
my
gonna
free
go
action
with
to
joining
panic.
panicking.
You know- Considering panic is such a used action for us, we should actually have that incorporated into our character sheets.
Well, I
I'd
mean,
like to-
panicking is just a free action.
yeah, you just get to free action panic.
Free action panic.
like
It doesn't do
to-
much of anything for you.
I want to just make sure I'm standing close to Amity.
Oh, I feel like we're hugging each other.
Okay, great.
Okay.
You are
Sure.
doing what I'm doing to Sarah and Ray. We're all just gripping. We're like, ah.
It's like, what else am I gonna do?
Eh.
All right.
I shoot things. That's not necessarily useful right now.
I don't know anything
Yeah,
useful
you and
right
me.
now.
You and me are just really not. We're not equipped
What am
for
I gonna
this
do?
at all.
Shoot Amu. He can catch my arrows.
That's true.
I mean, he couldn't hear it coming at this point.
I feel like I should be doing something. I just don't know what that something is.
Hmm.
I'm just like, you should say it, but I'm not saying it very loud.
What? Say what?
No, he should just, you just fucking say it.
I mean,
Say
is
the
it the same name that? Is the same name that we know? Can anybody say it right now, or is it just like a? I feel like it has to be him, huh?
Yeah, I feel like it has to be him.
All right. If nobody else is doing anything,
I just don't know what to do.
I probably just pissed him off, but we'll see what the fuck happens.
he turns away from the old man, and as he turns, you hear the sound of glass shattering as the silence spell is dispelled.
Fuck.
It's fair.
Fair.
How
was a valiant-
long did you really think that was gonna stay?
A valiant effort, though, nonetheless.
Mm-hmm.
He turns and looks at you, Axiom, and he
Mm-hmm.
says, "Did you really just try to silence me in the middle of my monologue?"
As he says
mean-
that, we're gonna fucking. Bop.
You're being very long-winded now in his defense.
True.
Pretty sure we're all over you talking.
As he
I've
says
been
that,
over listening to you talk to me for a while.
basically, the moment he says that, I'm gonna just reply with banishment.
All right. So wisdom save, right? Or
I
is it
succeed on a
charisma?
charisma save.
Charisma. Even better.
Ah, yeah,
Fuck.
yeah, this man's charismatic is all hell.
I mean, let's be real here. Trying to banish a god, still probably not the stupidest thing we've tried to do.
All right. Does a 36 meet your DC?
Is there even a point in asking at that point?
No, but I just wanted to flex on that.
Ooh,
My
sorry,
save
my
DC
DC is
is
37.
Buddy.
As your second spell is cast and immediately fails, as he's
Can't blame a guy
about
for
to completely unleash on you, he kind of looks next to you and he says, "Wait a second, where'd the edgy one go?"
Kato,
And you
Kato,
look next
Kato,
to
Kato, Kato, Kato.
What edgy one? I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, what do you mean?
I at least bought
She's in a
Kato a
bubble.
few seconds.
Our resident edgelord's up there. What are you talking about?
And you see
What do you
suddenly,
mean? Axiom is still holding his sword.
you see suddenly Kato just appear next to Amu and attack him with his sword. To which
I will say I can give him my voice of authority if I can see him.
all right. Well, hold on a second. I believe that's a bonus action, isn't it?
Let's
'Cause
see
this-
here. Let me double check. Voice of authority is
Because we're not
if you
exactly
cast
in
a spell.
Oh,
If you just
okay.
cast a spell, I can give the ally can
Yeah.
use their reaction immediately.
Okay. Well,
So
technically,
he just gets
technically,
one more
this is-
attack.
this isn't at the same time as you casting banishment. This is afterwards, so doesn't line up perfectly. So Kato attacks. Holy character sheet! Roll20 was running really slow last night too.
My roll 20 is being.
Mhm.
I'm not closing my character sheet ever again because it's never going to open back up.
Yeah, it's
For
like how
once,
I
mine's not
refuse to
having a
now
problem.
pop out the character sheet. Because I know if I pop out that character sheet, it's not coming back.
Accidentally still in GM mode for when I rolled Kato's 46 stealth check.
Oof.
Oh, come on, you have to roll those to us. That's not fair.
Well, I didn't want you guys to see the stealth check and think something was happening.
But we don't get to see the 46, and that just ruins it for everyone.
I beg to differ. I see it always.
Yeah, well, you know what?
Good for you.
Weird flex, but okay.
So Kato hits Amu twice with his sword. Total of 38 points of damage. And he says, as he kind of like turns to face Kato, who's standing there with the sword, he says, "You think you're gonna be the one to take me down? I've already killed you once. No, twice." And with that, he stabs Kato.
I take a shot.
Let me know if he dies outright. Still have one more thing in my back pocket.
That depends on whether Amu crits or not. That's the only way he's going to be able to do that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that is not a crit. It was a 35, but it's not a crit.
Jesus
Fuck.
Christ.
Because I know he's not looking too good on health wise, Kato.
Yeah. Let's see. So that's 89 points of damage with the sneak attack.
Mm-hmm.
And he's actually going to add something on top of that.
Does he have to? I mean.
Yes. Oh, actually, you know what? He can't. Not if he uses sneak attack. He can't technically use the two things at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, man. What a
Uh,
shame.
So then he'll use his bonus action to snap his fingers, and then take a second attack.
Ah, yes. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Which a 30 also.
They all went to the Thanos School of Intimidation.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because I mentioned last week that the snapping of the fingers is a reference to something, and so far nobody's gotten the reference.
The only thing I can think of is The Good Place and Avengers. That's all. I
Yeah.
guess they're just
Those
like
are
the
the
two
only
biggest
things I've
ones
been
that
able to
come
think
to
of.
mind.
You
Well, I
said
mean,
it's from
it
some
is-
kind of anime?
It's not an
I wouldn't-
anime.
Okay.
Is it
It's
something
from
mildly mainstream?
it's from a video game.
Oh.
I would say it's a cult classic. I wouldn't say it's
Oh.
mainstream.
Eh.
And I
Oh,
know
God,
it's
this-
guarantee I wouldn't know it.
Because a lot of people like to make fun of it, but a lot of people love it. How's this fucking thing work again? 1 second. Okay. So then he will, on the second attack, throw an Eldritch Smite on top of it. For another 31 points of force damage.
You can't possibly be referencing Personic, are you?
Not Persona. Alright.
Same realm?
So 40 plus 89 is 129. Alright. Well, Kato is knocked prone because that's what Eldritch Smite does, but he is still alive. And actually still conscious.
Goddamn, Kato.
Whoa.
In fact, as the two slashes go across Kato, those with high enough perceptions, which doesn't matter because you're all pretty perceptive, notice that there's no blood coming off of Kato.
Is that a new thing? Or has Kato been not bleeding for a while now?
Oh no, you've seen Kato bleed before.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just right now?
Yeah, just right now he's not bleeding.
Okay. Just checking.
How dare you make me not bleed any blood?
If he bleeds, you can kill him.
Vanya, you said you're taking a shot?
Yep, doing it.
Go for it.
He's a fiend, right?
He is a fiend.
Still a fiend.
Mm-hmm.
Still fiend. Alright. 23 just barely hits. Just the one shot?
No, why not?
Okay.
Listen, if I'm going to do this,
Yeah.
Might as well
I'm
go all the
going
way.
to make mistakes.
I will make them more than once.
I will make them all.
Alright. So you drop a couple shots at Amu. And both of them hit for 30 points of damage.
And then I want to move a little bit away from Amity.
This is... So... This,
Or are we just attacking?
this is all kind of like reactive attacking.
Yeah.
It's like as if you were like holding your actions for something to
Okay.
happen.
Cool.
Yeah. Anybody else doing a reactive thing?
Yeah. I'm gonna cast Firebolt at him.
All right.
God.
Firebolt against the fiend.
Yep.
Sounds good.
I mean, at least it's not gonna proc the fucking roll. I hope.
Yeah, because, I mean,
It's a cantrip, so.
yeah. However.
Oh no.
Oh no. I now regret standing right.
It's never just been.
I now regret standing so close to Shook.
What do you mean?
That's what everyone says. Every time. We seem to always forget, and then someone's always just like, fuck, why am I standing next to the green man?
Technically blue.
I'm teal, excuse me.
Oh, right, sorry.
I'm gonna use what used to be elemental spell, which is now transmutive spell.
Right.
To turn the damage to acid, cause fuck him.
All right.
Oh, you're
I
just gonna
don't
change the
remember
damage
if he is also resistant to acid, so go ahead and roll it, and we'll see.
Well, I missed.
Okay. Acid bolt just goes flying overhead.
It's just like, I wanna be in this too, and misses wide by like a foot. Great.
All right. Amity, Gesh, you two doing anything in these split-second moments?
I'll cast Hold Monster, but that's all I got, really.
Okay. That's
And
a
then
wisdom save, right?
Yeah, and I'll quicken it so he'll, or not quicken, heightened it so he has disadvantage.
Cool.
I'm
So
gonna-
that will make you a straight roll.
I'm gonna cast Death Ward on Vanya.
Okay.
That's a very, very safe bet.
Just in case.
It's probably
Uh,
a good idea. I have like 12 hit points.
Gesh, what's your DC?
18.
18? Alright, he makes the save, so he is
I
not
figured.
paralyzed.
It was worth a shot.
Cool. Then as you all
I don't
kind
know
of
what's
like
happening.
throw your shit at Amu real quick to try and do, kind of taking Axiom and Kato's lead to do something in these moments. That's when the second Kato shows up.
Ah, that's right.
The actual Kato, as you can tell, because he's still hurt and beat up from the fight a moment ago.
That tracks.
Yeah, that
Who
tracks.
took the opportunity of his shadow attacking Amu to pick up the sword that the old man had thrown aside. This long sword that's kind of glowing with this sickening red energy.
Mm-hmm.
And you see he kind of comes up behind Amu, and as kind of a response to Amu's question of, "You think you're going to take me down?" Kato says, "No. I'm going to grant your wish." And he stabs him.
But
God
does
damn
he
it, he's-
hit?
Great question. Let's see.
Very.
To the group. To the group.
Yes, it is.
Ah.
I got it.
Yeah.
I changed it.
Ooh.
Instinctively closing my
Ooh,
character
that
sheet.
17.
I don't see it yet.
Oh, it's
It's a
sad.
natural 3.
And the other one's a
Oh, roll
natural
20.
1. They were both dead.
Mhm.
It's alright, he gets 2 attacks.
All right, here we go.
All right, one more try, Kato. You can do it.
Woo!
We
You can do it.
believe. Oh.
Oh, come on.
Oh, there was another one in there.
Oh.
Oh god.
My
She
roll
tried
20
to
is
set up
so
a
hard
cool
right now.
moment,
I
and
know
then
it
the
was
fucking
so epic.
dice fuck you.
See, you mentioned the high rolls earlier, now it's coming back to fuck you.
Oh god.
Alright.
Mhm.
Well, it's a good thing he's got key points left. He's going to spend, let's see. He's still got actually quite a few key points. He used 5. And no, he has 5 because he used 2 earlier. And then he spent 2 earlier to cast Pacify Trace on himself to get that 46 stealth check. So that leaves him with 3 key points, which he will just dump all of them to bump that up to a 26, which will hit.
Woo!
Yeah, I wanted the dice to do it, but
Sometimes you
got-
gotta make things happen.
sometimes you just gotta make things happen.
Mhm.
And you guys watch as with the second strike of this strange red misted blade, he slashes through Amu, and there's no wounds from the blade. And Amu kind of just like his face falls. and he says, Shira, and then he just falls down dead on the ground. And then all of a sudden, Rowan and this strange woman just appear in the area as several more seconds have gone on, but for them it was more like minutes. As Rowan, you watch Saren Ray slowly start to die as more and more of her health just drains out
Ah!
I'm gonna go over and try to help.
before finally the two of you land in this dark chasm, surrounded by friends and dead enemies.
I'm like holding on to her, like no.
I'm gonna go try to help.
I'd say, can I stop the bleeding? But there's no outside bleeding. It's all inside bleeding.
Amity, at this point, you would hear the people from Aor yelling something about cut the broadcast, and then it ends. All right. And you guys go running over to Rowan.
Help!
Yeah, I'm gonna try to help. Can I do like a medicine check or anything to see if I can actually help?
Sure.
Sure.
You have no idea what's going on with this strange woman.
Who is this?
I can try and take a look.
Well, hurry! She's bleeding from places.
I'll give an examination as to what the fuck is going on with this woman.
Go ahead, make a medicine check. All right.
18.
You also have no idea what's happening to her. It looks like some kind of internal hemorrhage, but you're unsure what the source is.
At that point, he's just like, alright, fuck it. Cure wounds.
Curing the wounds.
All right. The spell has no effect.
The fuck?
I look at the other people standing around, random old man who I'm guessing I don't know who that is.
You look at the random old man who seems to be having a long, tense stare at Kato, who's staring back at him, before he says, "We'll talk about this later," and just walks by and takes his sword back from Kato.
Busted.
And walks over, and as soon as he lays his eyes on Sarai, you see
I
his
hold her
entire
tighter.
demeanor soften as he looks down at the woman.
Are you going to help her or are you just going to stare at her?
Of course I'm going to help her.
Well then, do something.
Not going to let him do that again.
Okay, we don't need the talking. Do the helping.
Relax.
Less monologuing, more action.
Rowan doesn't know how to relax.
Rowan, you feel a weak hand on your arm as this woman kind of like touches your arm. And for the first, probably this whole campaign, you feel suddenly relaxed.
She is some kind of wizard.
Spell one of us needs to take soon.
And you see the old man kind of bend down and take the woman in his arms, and he says something. Rowan, did you get the speaks all languages thing yet?
Yeah,
All right. Then
I
he
got
says
that thing now.
he says something that only Rowan understands.
Woo!
And you hear him say, "You won't share your mother's fate." And with that, he just kind of puts his hand up to her face, and a bright glow emanates from it as he pours pure divine energy into her body. And then he says, "You should all back up."
Backing up.
Yeah, backing up.
Yep.
Absolutely.
And moments later, as you all step back, she explodes with radiant energy, filling this entire cavern. And as the light dissipates, you see a completely different woman, still young, still dark olive skin with hair like flames, but you can tell it's a different face. As she lies there, alive but unconscious.
Thank God.
And I think that point's a good time to take a break, as we're at the halfway mark almost. Just about.
Well,
Sounds good. So we'll send the stream to break. So we'll be back in about 10-15 minutes. So stick around if you're there. And we are back.
Alright, so you're all standing there around the old man and this unconscious woman. Amu's dead body off to one side.
Is she okay now?
See, the old man is a little bit out of breath, but he says, "She'll be fine."
Who's her mother? If Cord is her uncle?
Cord isn't her uncle by blood. It's more of a adoptive family type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Her mother was my daughter.
You have another kid?
Was?
Yes. My son killed her.
Makes sense.
Wow, what a dick.
As far as we know, that tracks.
Wait, do we actually know who the old man is, or we are all just like assuming?
Oh no, we know who the old man is.
Oh, cool. I just think it's an old man.
I give Rowan a nudge, and I'm just like, Asher. It's regenerated again. New face.
My name's not Asher.
What do you
We
want to be
know.
called now, then?
I don't want to be called anything.
Well, that's good, because it's still just going to be Asher. We're not getting over that one. I'm really sorry.
I
Asher.
think it's actually not Asher, guys.
Asher is dead.
Then
I'm
who
still
are you?
really confused about that, honestly.
Air to shed some light on the situation here.
My name is Rosgrees.
Fuck is this horse shit?
I'm not smart enough for this.
You all look really confused.
Don't we have your
Yeah.
stomach ball in our bag?
Yeah.
Your stomach ball?
The orb of destruction.
We fought a giant black wolf, 6 red eyes. It swallowed our one
Yeah.
friend. It swallowed me.
That was him pointing off towards Amu. My
Yeah,
son, who's now
yes.
dead.
Yes.
Because
I
we
guess
thought
we
he was
were-
Rosgrees.
Yes.
That's
that.
where the confusion lies. This
No.
makes slightly less and more sense at the same time.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised
He
if
is
both
not
of them-
Rosgrees. He doesn't have a name. It was
Well, I mean, we gave him a name, but
his name was taken from him when he killed my daughter.
but if Asher's dead, I like point at Vanya and I'm like, where is she getting all of her stuff from now?
Good question.
What are you talking about? She's not a cleric.
Her other stuff.
I made a deal with a dead man and I got powers, and now I don't.
That man is dead, and you still have the power.
Now the dead man's dead.
I poof Watcher into my arms, but I can still do this.
Yeah. Do
She
you
was-
not know how a pact works?
I'm gonna be honest, no.
To lose your powers, one side of the agreement needs to break their side of the pact. Just because
Just
the
because he's
person that you
dead
made the
doesn't mean
pact
he
with
reneged.
dies doesn't mean you lose that power. They're just dead. They still gave you the power. That power is your own until they take it back from you because you do something.
So, in other words, since he hasn't reneged on his agreement, since he's dead, you still have
Yeah,
you.
no, I
you
caught
still-
caught up now.
Huh.
Well, that's good. I would
Yeah.
been very sad if Watcher had left.
Yeah, same.
I mean, that makes sense from a legal standpoint.
Okay, so wait. Asher tie into this whole thing, and I point between Rosgrees and Amu.
I'm sorry, I don't understand the question.
I look at Vanya and I'm like,
I guess we're just still confused as to who exactly you are.
He's not Rosgrees. You're Rosgrees, and
How much do you know about Asher?
oh, well, sir, let me tell you.
Admittedly, less than I know Rowan would like to know.
I know.
We
I
pull
know
out
that.
like a cocktail napkin and we're like, about this much.
I know that he's dead.
I only
I've
know
honestly
about what
been-
they told me.
I've been trying to piece things together since I agreed to this deal.
The answer to your question is not enough.
Do you know what type of god Asher was?
The wolfy
Shrugs.
kind.
The wolfy kind.
That's all I got.
It's a very
Can I make a religion check on this?
To be fair, it's
Oh,
accurate.
I don't think I
Or-
wrote something like that down in my notes.
Yeah, Axiom, you can make a religion check. It'd be a very high DC though.
It's in the other notebook that I didn't put anything in.
The wolfy god.
Oh no, it's right here.
Well, I mean, not wrong.
Probably not high enough.
My impression is that he tried to help people, and I don't think he cared a lot about the rules on the way.
From what you guys have told me, I don't think he cared about the rules at all.
I think he cared very little about the rules.
Axiom, you don't know a lot about Asher, because he was one of those deities that kind of did his own thing. They don't really teach much about him in the temple, and with that role, you would be able to infer it wasn't that they didn't want to teach a lot about Asher. It's almost like they didn't have anything to teach about
Not
him.
like there wasn't much they could actually tell you.
Exactly. He was a bit of an enigma.
Are we in the same mountain that Palor's in, or is that a different mountain? I can't remember. There's a lot of mountains going on here.
Same mountain.
Above us? Below us? Farther in than us? Question mark?
No, he's right over there.
Wait, what?
And you
Huh?
can see Palor kind of off in the distance, just kind of like building some kind of like wall of light around the door that's holding the chained oblivion back.
Think he's
Oh.
got it from there?
I like how he's been doing that this whole time, and we're just sitting here questioning this old man, and none of us noticed.
What are we supposed to do to help Pelor at this point?
None of
I
us
mean,
could
not
hear
really,
that
but
happen.
still.
Oh no, he's fine. Like he doesn't even really need to be doing that. Like I already resealed. You know, he's away. He's locked up, not getting out again. Came up with bunch of different reasons, things that need to happen for him to pop open again.
This
Yeah,
time a mortal shouldn't
Taylor's
be
just
able to
kind
do
of
shit.
adding like his own little extra layer of protection. I think it's a little unnecessary, but hey, redundancies can be useful.
Hey, with the way these mortals have been acting, you don't blame him. Specifically
like we
thinking
should be
back to the Mage
asking-
City.
But yeah, no, we don't really know a whole lot about him. I was kind of in a desperate position when I made my deal.
I know that my god isn't overly fond of him, or was.
I don't really know my god's stance on things, to be fair.
Well, your god's whole beef with him is that
Sorry, what? You cut out there, Mike.
I'm talking to Rowan, not Axiom. We'll get to that in a second. First
Okay,
thing.
a whole other can of worms.
So Asher, he was called the Watching Wolf. He looked over the plains. He prevented atrocities. He was a different take on one what would call a god of war. He was a god that prevented war. And he failed at that. So now I'm here. My name is Rosgrees. I'm the Wolf of War.
I did know that one.
Okay, that clears up a lot of things.
That one's in my notes.
If there comes a time that I'm no longer necessary, I will leave and Asher will return. Until then, I'm here.
So until there's no more war to be fought here, you're gonna like go relax and do like knitting or something.
Makes that okay. Things are
He kind
starting
of like
to make
squints at you
more
and like,
sense.
really knitting?
I mean, we met this really
I'm not
nice
gonna
old
judge you.
lady, so I don't feel like it's that big of a stretch. You weren't there for the old lady. We met this really nice old lady.
Oh,
We don't
yeah.
remember the old lady. Never mind.
No, we don't.
No, we don't remember
that.
That's right. Yeah, you forgot that.
Rats. Duh.
I know,
No,
she was
no
so
way.
nice too.
What a
But
nice lady.
just to allude to that, not that you guys notice it, but it's like, knitting. I knew someone who liked knitting once.
God damn it.
I mean, I think a lot of people enjoy knitting, but all right.
Mm.
So now what?
What do you mean?
Vanya just kind of like looks at everybody and just like, I mean, I feel like we've been
Look.
trying to do something for so long, and now, and I still don't even think we really knew what that was, but now we definitely don't. What
it could be.
happens to the world now?
Well, some of our less agreeable extended family members are still out there, and until we deal with them, the world's not going to be safe. There's also a floating city somewhere that just showed they have the power to kill a god if they feel like it, and that doesn't sit well with me.
Yeah,
We were
especially.
there.
We do actually know something about that city.
Yeah, we've been there. They really don't like people who pray.
No, they really have
Yeah.
a thing against gods, and
Ye-
they're definitely doing some kind of messed up experiments.
Yes,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what
we were
our
there.
team has told us.
Your team?
You have a team?
Yeah, what the fuck was your team?
Oh yes. I thought all of you were dead, so we got another group of adventurers.
Wow.
Wow, I wonder who that could be. I wonder what group that is.
To be
Yeah.
fair,
No, we're still very much alive.
So
y'all have been gone long enough that I almost
That's
qualify
true.
for the senior citizen discount.
Yes, it was a
That's
very
fair.
long
He
time.
makes a good point.
yeah, a couple of us, we all kind of got together, picked a champion, and put them together. One of mine, one of Pelor's, one of Cord's, and one of Bahamut's. So the four of them are up in the city right now.
Mhm.
They've been able to send us some communique.
Oh! I think we found them at one point.
Hmm.
Right, Amity? That would make sense, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I'm sorry I interrupted. Continue. I don't put things together very often.
Yeah, so we sent them up there because, one, it was a city full of mages that have renounced basically all gods, and that was kind of a little bit of a red flag. And also because there was evidence to believe that another one of my people, a extra dimensional being that just kind of comes and goes. Not all of him, but part of him is being held in that city.
Does he have a name? Is it Nomad?
It's,
Does he have-
yeah. Oh, you guys know.
Yeah,
that,
no,
right?
he's
Okay, cool.
definitely there. Yeah.
Yeah.
We really should go back for him. I feel really bad.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Feel really
He's
bad
done
about
so
that one.
much for us.
I wanted to get him when
Yeah.
I was there, but I didn't really have time.
Then we had plans, and then somebody decided to pray.
What? Sorry. Okay. It had been a long time. I was excited. Blame Pelor for always answering my calls.
Oh, speaking of Pelor, yeah. So the problem between Pelor
Yeah.
and me / Asher was shortly after Asher / me came to power. Ayun prophesized that at some point we're going to kill Pelor. I don't believe it.
I look over at Vanya and I'm like, remember all that animosity I had? It all makes sense now.
Yeah, but we're chill. So like,
Yeah.
At some point, I'm supposed to block. I'm supposed to just completely swallow the sun.
Please don't do that. Please don't do that. Please don't do that.
The night serpent smashes the moons together. The two of us are supposed to fight across the sky, and it's supposed to be like the end of days. I don't believe it.
I love how
Very
nonchalant he is about this.
Well, I mean, for you guys, it's brand new news. I've known about this for millennia.
I mean, it definitely answers some questions, and I think for once does not create any new ones.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I
Also,
mean, it creates
Rowan-
some, to be fair, but...
Yeah, but nothing we can solve, Rowan.
Well, no, I know that, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, that's.
You and I will always have questions, Vanya.
I mean,
That's
like,
true, we are.
like I said, I don't think it's gonna happen, but like, in case it does, because she knows everything.
Like,
that's way off in the distance.
I imagine him doing the air quotes. She knows everything.
I mean, she seemed pretty smart when we talked to her, but
Yeah, she was. Yeah, she had a lot to.
Oh yeah, I should probably check in on her too after my son.
Yeah, there's a lot of elementals over there. I hope she's okay.
Yeah.
Well, so he corrupted her temple,
Oh.
Yeah.
Um.
and she's kind of running low on those.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, how could you help me with something perhaps?
Well, seeing how my granddaughter is indisposed, I can make up where she's unable to help you. What can I do for you?
We have a friend. She's on top of this mountain in our broken ship, and I
Yeah.
can't get her to come out. Her name is Grace. Well, I mean, we think that's the name we gave her. We do that really often. Anyways,
Because people won't give us their actual names, and we don't just want to say, "Hey, you."
she was transformed into something that she really does not like being. Would you maybe be able to turn her back so that she could live a life again?
Also,
Not
Rowan,
in the cave.
what stage of broken?
We don't need to talk about that right now, Axiom, okay? I'm sorry, I had to do things.
Just face
I
bump.
don't understand what happened to her. Why can't you guys just fix her?
We tried.
We tried.
It's a curse of some kind that we can't get rid of.
The curse is beyond us. Beyond even clerical ability.
But you're a god. So, you know, that should count for something, right?
Mm.
I think she was one of my people at one point.
Wait, she was a Draenosar and now she's not?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes. I explain what she looks like now.
Yeah. Sorry, I won't be able to help her either.
What?
Oh, that's even beyond god capabilities, or is that just not your realm of godliness that you can touch?
Well, so the Draenosar, they've been claimed by
Oh.
Bane. He took them as his own and warped them to his image. And so the only person that can turn him back to normal is Bane himself. So good luck convincing him to do that.
Yeah, I feel like he's not going to do that anytime soon.
Yep,
All right, so we
he's a
start.
little busy fighting a giant plant right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be
I
able to
don't wanna
convince
know.
Tom Hardy.
I don't want to know.
I was born in the darkness.
I was waiting for somebody to make the Bane reference.
Worth it.
Hey,
First time I saw lightning,
I didn't
was
name the
mad.
character, so I don't care if you make fun of him.
It's true.
So when you mentioned that there are others, and I point over near the Chained Oblivion, like that are out and about, who exactly are you talking about?
Talking about the Betrayer gods.
Okay, well, you know,
Okay, so there's more than one.
talk to me, talk to all of us, specifically me, like I know absolutely nothing, because most of the time I don't.
All right, so
I know
a
about
long
one of
time ago,
Not that
there
far
were
back.
4 of us.
When a god loved a god.
We're actually closer than you think. But anyway, there was a large group of us. Some of that group decided after fighting over this place with the elementals that instead of looking after this realm, that we just blow it up and start over from scratch. The
Very
rest
much
of us
remake
were
the
like,
world in their image.
no, we fought hard for this shit. We want to actually take advantage of it.
Rosgreaves is way better than Asher when it comes to getting answers, I must say.
Yeah.
It's like a complete opposite. It's great.
She's
Literally, all we have to do to get answers is start wars.
Apparently.
You have no idea how deep that message is. Yeah.
So yeah, some of you were wanting your land, and some of you were like, "Nah, let's go boom." Okay.
Yep. So we disagreed. A lot of us died. But eventually we won.
Mhm.
And then the betrayer gods were locked away. However, when the Chained Oblivion was released, all of the betrayer gods got released as well.
Very much freed one. Now you open the floodgates. Okay, good deal.
Wait, so how did the Chained Oblivion get freed?
So it
Sweats in
all
first
started with
campaign.
this guy named Nerul. He was a bad guy, but he was on our side, so we let him stick around. And then he started doing some shady shit. And well, we turned one of his followers against him, and that's where the Raven Queen came from. She's now the new god of the dead, and this guy Nerul is just kind of off floating in space now.
Sweats
wasn't
in
very
first
nice.
campaign.
Or at least her followers weren't very nice.
Yeah.
Remember my shunning.
Whew.
Yeah, but we didn't realize that one of the protections on the Chained Oblivion, the one set forth by Nerul, was basically tied to his life force. So when he died, the first chain broke, and then from there it just all kind of cascaded.
So the Oblivion was no longer chained. Cool.
Whew,
Exactly.
sweats. Ooh, sweats in first campaign.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, we totally
no
did fuck
idea.
things up.
So how many betrayer gods are left, excluding the chained Oblivion over there?
Well, see, that's the thing about us gods, is that it's really hard to like stop us permanently. Like it took a bunch of us just to get this guy locked up again. And there's just like a whole pantheon of others out there. So it's gonna take something big to get them locked away. I'm looking at maybe another century of fighting over this plane.
Oh god.
Yeah, it took us 10 years all working together to get this guy locked down.
Well, I know one of them.
Yeah, you do, don't you?
Okay,
Yeah.
well, when you say it like that.
Mm.
Should I
So
be
why
worried
wouldn't
about
you-
that? I guess here, hang on, let me clarify the should I be worried about that. I look over at Vanya and I'm like, really sorry. I wanted to talk to you about this sooner, but my bad.
Tell you what, if she ever comes sniffing around again, tell her this. And he kind of like leans in close so only you can hear it. And he says in a language that only you can hear and you can understand. And he says the word Dreamcatcher.
And that's supposed to help?
She'll know what it means.
Okay. Thanks.
Also, care to define broken to me?
We can. We're learning about gods right now, Axiom. Your ship can wait.
Yeah. Any other questions? Because I really need to get her back to a more divine plane so that she
Oh.
can start recovering.
Is there a way we can find you again if ever we need to talk to you?
One last question. This is more
Hold
personal.
on, let me answer her question.
All right.
Slow down. Holy crap.
Happens a lot.
If you ever need me, send a message on the wind.
All right, now we're back to the fucking vagueness of it all. Ah!
All right. The
Spoke too
crypticness is
soon.
back.
All right.
Smortis, do you happen to know Arathis or manage to get like any word to that one?
Yeah, I can let her know you're alive if you want.
Just question.
We're
Just
pretty.
one question for her specifically. Why was the crusade necessary? She'll know what I mean.
Okay. I feel like that's a question you should just ask her yourself, but okay.
It depends. It's gonna take a while to get to Vasselheim. At this rate.
You just want me to send you to Vasselheim? I can do that.
I mean, I don't think we have anywhere else to go.
Yeah, honestly, I don't.
There are the places that I want to go, but we'd have no way from getting to that place to Vasselheim, where I feel like we do eventually need to end up.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Wait, but I am honestly genuinely concerned. Grace is just on top of this mountain in that broken ship. Like, what do we do with her? She'll die up there.
Oh, I was gonna send her with you to Vasselheim.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
that works. Thank
Could
you.
you send that thing with us? Cause I worked hard to get that fucking thing.
You
What's the-
worked hard.
What's the purpose of it?
That's what I need to know.
Alright. I guess.
Can you give me 1 minute before we go?
Oh my god.
Or like, it'll be really quick and I run over to Pillar.
So,
This is-
Rowan, do you ever think that this is why Asher was so dodgy with us? Because we're just annoying?
As I'm running away, I'm like, probably.
Cause it's like, cause I need to know the importance of it. Sword of Agatosh. Really, does that not sound like it should be important to the
I mean,
city?
it sounds like a ship name.
Someone was just real edgy about it.
Yeah.
Oh, system.
Alright, so, you go running up to Pelor, where he's actually finished with what he was doing, and has started making his way back towards all of you folks.
Oh, cool.
And you kind of like meet him halfway.
Start walking backwards.
He says, Rowan.
Okay, I guess it seems really stupid of me to ask if you're okay because you're you, but I'm just gonna ask anyways.
I mean, I'm a little tired, but I'm fine.
Thank you for all the help.
I'd like to take credit for helping you, but it was more just a coincidence that you were there.
Well, you still helped, so thank you.
You're welcome.
We're going to Vasselheim now, so have fun doing whatever you're doing.
All right.
Watch out
Be
with the
careful.
flying city too. They're
Vasselheim's
really
a
mean
little
there.
bit of a war zone right now, so.
Oh, wonderful. Axiom!
What?
Apparently Vasselheim's a war zone.
Yeah,
At least they'll give you some direction.
why do you think I can send you there? God of War over here.
Oh,
Oh
that's right.
yeah, that's
Ah.
yeah, fuck yeah.
And I
that's
mean, I feel like we're pretty good with war zones, so
Can you drop us off? Maybe not like in the war zone, like on the outside of the war zone.
Like overlooking the war zone.
Just where I won't
War
be.
zone adjacent.
Yeah, war zone adjacent.
You guys are like those rich people that would just watch the Civil War from a distance.
I want to help.
I will help. I'm just a bit hurty right now. So is Vanya.
Yeah, I
We're
maybe
kinda
have
hurty.
12 hit points and minimal spell slots right now.
Wow, I have 11.
Yeah,
Before
we're
I
killing it
forget,
now.
I will. Before we leave, I'm just gonna pop 2 cure wounds into each of them, so they both can shut up.
But don't worry, guys. I still have 372 arrows, so I'm ready to go to war.
We're good.
I got one
Alright.
last spell slot, and then I'm tapped out.
I'm good.
So who is for who there?
Yoke, you get the 13. Vanya, you get the 11.
Yeah.
All right, let's go fight some shit.
All right.
Surprisingly really tired of fighting shit.
I was kind of hoping that maybe we would get to like rest, but if we need something, if people need help, we gotta do something.
I
don't
was
we?
about to say, I feel like I can't remember the last time I slept, but I realized Rowan doesn't sleep, so that is
Sometimes I
actually
don't sleep.
supremely accurate. So accurate. Oh god. Okay.
All right. So
Are you coming with us? Pointing at Kato.
before Kato can answer, Rosgreaves says, "No, he's not."
What?
Oh, right. Y'all have to figure out this shit of like, oh, he killed your son. So, yeah. Mm-hmm. There's gonna be words to be had
Yeah,
here.
thanks for casually summing that up for me.
Yeah, I don't think we needed the summary. Axiom. We all saw what happened.
Well, now's the time. And with that, you all standing there, you feel a tugging sensation.
I give a small wave goodbye to Kato.
Yeah, I also wave.
He just does a kind of like a slow, kind of one of those unsure when he's going to see you next goodbyes. And you feel yourself being teleported away. All right. As the tugging sensation subsides, you are immediately hit with a stench that you recognize. It is the stench of death. As you are standing on a bluff overlooking probably the largest battle that you have ever seen. You see fiends of all shapes and sizes clashing against each other on the ground and in the skies, mixed in with hundreds of undead, animated bones, rotting flesh, large beings made out of pure shadow, while swooping in and out of the conflict, dragons of all manner of colors, metallic and chromatic, all swirling around what looks to be a city of some kind that normally would be awe-inspiring in its size and splendor, but with the raging battle going on around it, it looks pretty small, kind of like the eye of a storm. What would the party like to do?
Question.
Yes,
Out of character question.
sure.
Should we have sent Saga and the goblins, I guess, and Grace maybe not here with us, or were we taking them along as well?
They are with you on
Okay.
the bluff, looking down
Great.
below at the conflict. Grace goes running off behind a tree.
Is she too big to hide behind a tree?
She
Goes looking,
tries.
just-
Okay. I just like
That's all
look at. I
she's
just
got.
whisper. I just whisper to everybody. I'm like, just don't look.
Okay.
Axiom
Wait,
just
but
sort of
did the
looks
ship come
around.
too? Did he bring the ship with us or no?
That's what I'm looking for.
You look around, and then you realize that the cliff that you're standing on is not actually a cliff, but the bow of the ship itself.
Oh god.
Oh,
I'm
Uh,
thinking.
well then Grace
it
would be
was-
inside the ship, wouldn't she?
Yeah, okay, fine.
I
You
was
see
just
that
like, wait a
some
minute.
kind of like camouflage has been added to the ship to make it look like it is covered with foliage that matches the war-torn landscape.
Do we want to like head inside and rest?
Is Rosgrease here with us, or did he just like yeet us through?
He basically
and
just
time.
yeeted
Okay.
you back. Yeah.
Hmm.
The deities and Kato are nowhere to be seen.
And it doesn't look like anything has noticed us up here.
Not yet.
Cool. Well, this ship isn't gonna fucking go anywhere, so we might as well just go have a nap. I sort of explained to Axiom as we go inside what I did to this thing while he wasn't around.
Yep, completely destroyed. The main engine, the flesh pods are all destroyed, and the generator that makes up the backup power is in a state of malfunction as it was jury rigged to set off a electro magic pulse.
If you have you've never seen Axiom truly horrified until now.
That was
I've
the
been
face I
there.
was making
I
when
lived
I
in
was.
hell for years, and this is worse.
See, the face you're making right now is the face I was making as I was being swallowed by the chained oblivion.
I respect what you had to do. At the same time, part of me is now just like,
I am sorry. It's just I wouldn't have done it if I had any other choice, but I really had no other choice.
all that work.
I look over at Shilk and I'm like, you should be proud of the Goblin Squad because they did a very good job.
Of course they did.
I really hope this means those guys didn't die for nothing. God damn it, Trixus.
You were tasked with bringing back the ship. You've technically brought it back.
Ooh, Gesh is right.
This is not how I intended this to happen.
I
You
never
really
said it was fully
need
in
to
one piece, but it is here.
return. You really need to use more specifics with us.
Also, do you know where we are, Axiom?
We are outside of the city. This is another continent. Basically, if you wanted to know the holiest place on Earth, that would be it. If you wanted to see the shiniest fucking church Palor, it'd be in there.
That would explain all the holes in the defenses.
I don't think he meant literally.
Just I'm gonna just fucking. He's just gonna collapse in the captain's what's left of a captain's chair, and he's just fucking like, God damn it.
Do we think it's? I mean, do we think it's safe for us to crash for a night out here? We're not gonna wake up surrounded by demons, dragons, and undead, are we?
I mean, I could always cast my mansion out here, like in here.
This is true.
Either
I
way, if
would-
we stay here, it is a risk if we're going to not be near the ship for 8 hours. If we're going to be in the mansion, it is possible that over time it could become overrun.
That's my concern. Yes.
I could always cast an alarm. It'll tell us.
We're just something new on a battlefield, and I would hate for the attention to that because we're new.
We're also a camouflaged object on the
How
outskirts
far
of the
were
town.
we?
Is
From
it
the battlefield.
camouflaged right now? It
It is-
doesn't have any power.
No, but-
Apparently,
Rosgreaves added some shit when he teleported us here, I think.
Oh, okay.
because apparently we didn't even notice it.
Yeah, we were standing on it and we had no idea.
Well, that tracks.
I
To
would
be fair,
say
we're not perceptive.
distance-wise, you're about 2 miles out.
Did it look like the battle was like moving in any direction towards us
It
by
seemed
any
to be
chance?
swirling around the city, like
Oh.
the city was the eye of a storm.
Alright, to be fair, I don't think this direction is very exciting when that direction has the city.
That's true. All right.
So I'd say we
Yeah.
just do the mansion inside the ship and I think we'll be fine.
I'll cast an alarm just in case.
Yeah.
We'll have more options to get ourselves out of a mess after we sleep anyway.
Once I'm done resting, I can leave the mansion and keep an eye outside. And if not, like I can hide pretty easily, so it should be fine.
And let me guess, I can feel no connection as I sit in the chair.
I mean, there's no power, so I'd say no.
I mean, he said the backup was out and the engine was out, so I don't know if.
The engine is basically destroyed. The backup power is malfunctioning. It will need to be repaired for the ship to have any form of power.
So it's just a hunk of metal at this point, is what you're saying.
Fleshy metal, yep.
Yeah.
Hunk of burn and love.
I give Axiom a pat on the shoulder. Oh, I'm also sorry about the time I tried to hit you after you plane shifted us. I realized that was a while ago, but I never apologized.
You know what? It's fine. You were angry, mostly at Kato, and I was just trying to get us out of here. It's fine.
Hey, Rowan, speaking of being angry, something you wanted to talk to me about?
Oh, yeah. Let's go find Air Fort 3. I don't even know if it's... I guess it was just a bunch of pillows.
I don't think we have any pillows at this point.
Amity,
first
you
of
can
all,
make
we're in
Air
the-
Fort 4
We're
inside
in the mansion,
mansion.
yeah.
Yes, I
But
could.
it's not in the air. I don't know if it counts.
I can make
It's
like an
still a
ultimate
ship.
air.
So what do we call it then? Land Fort 1?
Yes.
Name.
Alright.
All right.
Land Fort 1 it is.
Not gonna
And
question the man.
one.
We need much more pillows.
Oh
We-
yeah,
we
it'll be
can-
full. It'll be full of pillows. It'll be just the ultimate fort.
It'd be great.
Maybe enough pillows that we don't need to steal any from Gesh this time.
I whisper into Amity's ear, I'm like,
I need to really like sit down and like customize the mansion, but I haven't had time.
can you give Gesh extra pillows? We've stolen his so many times, I feel bad.
Yeah, I'll
Why
give
not
him extra pillows.
Just put in a fucking closet of pillows.
Like a
What's
linen
the-
closet.
Put in a room of pillows.
Yeah, it'll
do
Yeah,
just
just
that.
convert one of the
pillow
rooms entirely to a pillow fort. And there's
Yeah,
plenty
yes,
of
yeah.
pillows.
Yeah.
Yeah, just convert Gesh's room.
I feel like we're turning a room in the mansion into a padded cell.
Basically.
I
You
mean,
mean the
Lot of
whole place
pillows.
wasn't already?
Mansion time. Woo!
Mansion time.
Oh, I'm not completely out of spells. I still have hardest divine power to use.
You're good. Harness that divine power to sleep.
And
All right. So, you guys recede into the mansion to land Fort 1, and I take it it's everybody, or all the ladies and Shilk, or...
It's a communal fort room, but, you know, you have to be invited.
Okay.
You're gonna have to
So
drag
far,
Axiom out of this
Axiom-
chair.
Axiom and Gesh have not been invited, or is Gesh invited?
I think Gesh is automatically invited because we
Gesh
used
is
his pillows in
automatically
all the
invited.
OG forts.
Alright. So Axiom is
Gesh-
the only
Gesh
one
has-
not invited so far.
permanent air fort
and the
right
goblins.
and land fort rights.
Well,
That's it.
are you bringing the goblins into the mansion?
Oh,
God,
I don't think she can, actually.
Well, you can. It would just...
yeah.
You just...
Oh, can you? I thought you could only
Yeah,
let
yeah.
a limited number of people in.
No, that's the hut. The mansion,
right, yeah.
you can have any number. It's just
Infinite.
that
As
you
long as
only
you
have
designate
so
who
much
can
I'll
enter.
even give them an entertainment room.
Yeah, you have to give them a room. Without them, I probably wouldn't be here. So
Alright.
Yeah.
You
With
convert another room.
several locks and keys.
You
Yeah,
convert
a
another
bunch of things
room
that goblins like, whatever
like,
I
locked
think that
on
might
the
be.
outside, and looking into the room. It's basically like a cat daycare with like scratching posts.
Perfect.
Amazing.
And like,
and
and,
all
like,
the food they
bowls.
could ever want.
Yep. Just like a little like Rue Goldberg machine off in the corner, where like the goblin presses a button and like a big hunk of food just kind of lands. So you can, like,
Yeah.
learn how to use it. And it can only be used like X amount of times, like every like 5 minutes. So they
Oh,
don't,
I'm definitely conducting a study on them.
Oh god, there's like 2 egg laughs. Oh god.
Yeah. They're little lab
Alright.
rats now.
Okay, so
Oh, Jesus.
Amity is watching the goblins with Saga, because that's what Saga's job is at the moment. And then everybody else except for Axiom recedes into the fort room.
I'm gonna go somewhere else with Vanya.
Okay, so the two of you go off. So that leaves Shilk and Gesh. You guys go into the fort room, or you guys do something else?
Oh, I'm definitely going into the fort room.
Gesh, you?
Sure, why not?
Alright. And then Axiom, what are you doing?
At the moment, he's just gonna sit in his chair for a while and then probably go into the mansion later.
Okay. So, Vanya and Rowan, go ahead.
If we find a room, I don't know. There's
Sure.
another one in here. There's many.
Yeah.
Have a seat.
Thank you for coming. Have a seat.
So the reason that I brought you here today.
God, it's an intervention.
It's gonna be an intervention the other way around after this
Yeah.
conversation's over.
Rowan's establishing her own intervention.
Yeah. Setting up my own intervention backstory. So I guess I never told you what happened in the cargo hold other than what I did tell you happened, but the other part of when I like passed out.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess maybe some other times you've probably noticed almost like one time I woke up, I wasn't sleeping, but I had a nightmare. and things like that. I've been, how do I explain this? Getting visits, unwelcome visits from her. I don't think I need to say who.
No, I can put 2 and 2 together.
And I should have told you about it, and I'm sorry because we made a deal, but I didn't know how to talk about it.
It's all right. I get that it's complicated.
I just don't know what she wants. Like, I mean, I used to know what my whole purpose was, but now I don't know.
Yeah, I get that.
And I mean, Rosgrease gave me something that will maybe help, but I'm not sure. We'll see, I guess, next time it happens. Since I can only assume she's not done.
Yeah. I hope it does help. Thank you for telling me.
Sorry I kept it from you.
I mean, we did get busy for a bit, and then
Got
we got
very busy.
separated pretty shortly after this moment, so
I'm really glad that I still found you guys. I was very worried.
same. We shouldn't have separated. I don't know what we were thinking.
I mean, to be fair, it wasn't on purpose. You guys went one way
Yeah.
through a weird portal thing.
I was gonna say, are we talking about the first time we separated or the second time we separated?
I know, there's been too many. Yeah, I feel really bad. I got really angry at Axiom. Partly at him, partly at, other reasons, but I was...
Amity was dead. You didn't know she wasn't not dead, then
eventually
all
I
of a
did
sudden-
know she wasn't dead, but nobody else believed me.
and then I got sucked into a portal. I don't blame you for being mad. I probably would have been pretty mad too. We're here to look out for each other, right?
Mm-hmm. And then you and I are here to look after Amity.
I don't know if I can say this enough. That city is really fucking weird.
I know. I really don't want to go
Don't
back
like
there.
it.
I feel like we're going to end up back there at some point.
I feel like we're going to end up back there at some point, but maybe we can. We're
What
not gonna
happens if something happens with Amity's parents?
I don't know. They're very involved
I
in
know.
whatever that city is planning.
And I'm worried that something will have to be done, or something might be done. Because clearly the gods are not happy, and that's not exactly...
A good place to be.
Mm-mm. And they're not always the easiest to reason with.
I kind of agree with them on this one, though.
I do too. I just worry about what might happen to Amity if something happens to her parents.
I think Amity knows that what her parents are wrapped up in isn't good either.
Well, that might be the case, but it's completely different knowing something and then doing something. Or seeing something.
Then we make sure she doesn't have to see it and she doesn't have to do it. Unless she wants to.
I just hope that's an option.
We'll make it an option.
So what happened while I was outside of the mountain? I saw you guys inside the mountain.
So we dimension doored out. Did you
Glad
see
that
Amity's
worked.
tail? So it worked. Well, it
That's
kind
true.
of
She
worked.
does have a second tail. I wonder what that's gonna do. Do you think she'll be more or less balanced?
So we teleported out, and it wasn't great. My legs feel weird, and Amity got a second tail, and Shilk's ears briefly were gone. They walked away.
I'm sorry, what?
They walked away. They
Okay.
popped off, and they walked away.
That's new, even for Shilk. I mean, I've seen Shilk turn into a plant before, which you'd
This
think
one-
seeing someone's ears fall off and walk away wouldn't be that concerning after watching someone
Nope,
turn into a
this one
plant,
was-
but
This one was weirder. Axiom fixed it, but Kato was fine. Apparently an artifact that he had from Asher was protecting him and Gesh. He doesn't know how that was happening, though.
is that bubble I saw you guys
That
all
was
in?
the bubble. So then we all got in the
okay.
bubble, and then Axiom fixed Shilk's ears. But Amy and I were kind of chill. I can run faster now.
Oh, probably not
Not-
faster than me.
No, but I'm getting closer every day. And then we were just kind of in the bubble, and then Razgris, I guess, scooped us up from the bubble, and that's how we ended up in the mountain. And then we were watching him and Pelor deal with the Chained Oblivion, and then Amu showed up with the elementals, and he gave us the choice. He was monologuing, and then he gave us the choice of earth or fire for how we wanted to die, and then I shot him, and he caught my arrow, and that made me mad, because I forgot that he could do that.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm slightly upset that I didn't get to just hit him one last time.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of figured that, like, if he was going to threaten to kill us, I at least wanted to get the first shot in.
That's
you know?
fair.
Fight was not going well. And then Razgris ordered him to stop, and then shortly after that, you joined us.
Oh, I really hope Sarah and Ray's okay. She was so sweet. She reminded me so much of Amity.
How did you even end up with her?
Oh,
What happened to you?
So, after you guys left, and then I went and got Saga and the goblins, Grace was being very difficult, let me tell you. You think you threatened somebody with death, which I guess was technically a lie because she's still alive, but anyways, I tried.
You act on the information you had at the time.
So I tried to get out, or well, we all tried to get out, and then eventually there was just fleshy, teethy everywhere, and all the windows, and all the holes, and all the exits, and all the doors. So then I punched. That didn't do anything, so had to resort to a new plan, which was I figured that maybe it was the ship that was so important. I felt really bad for Axiom, but I had to do what I had to do. So Saga and I destroyed all that stuff. Still nothing happened, and then eventually, once we realized the whole ship was consumed, and we were being swallowed, so we found the last source of power on the ship. And I got one of the goblins. I don't remember his name. I don't think he told me. But he went and played with a bunch of wires and poked them together. And then eventually that went off. And then that's when there was like a pulse. And then all of a sudden the ship had no more like gravity. And then we got spit out, I think. Honestly, that part's a bit of a blur. A lot happened sort of all at once. Then we were on top of a mountain. So that was interesting. And alive, also a good point to make. Then we were trying to figure out what to do there. And I saw Pelor. Or well, Pelor saw me, I guess. I tried praying. He just sort of appeared. Then eventually he went off to fight, I guess. And that's what you guys saw. And then I had to try and get everyone down the mountain, which was a task and a half because there was a lot of goblins and it was a very steep cliff. So I was going to try flying everybody, but then I also realized that would take too long. And then next thing I know, there's another ball of light flying at me. I don't know what it is with me and bright flying lights, but apparently it's a thing now. And then there she was. And then she just teleported us down. And then I asked if she could teleport us in, me and her, and we did. but then it didn't work, and we were inside this weird void, and we were floating.
Yeah, so that was during the monologuing.
Oh, okay.
Apparently he had a djinn under his control. He said for his final wish, it was very dramatic, for his final wish that he wanted to... Hold on. Kayla's
Kill the thing
looking
that
at her
he loved
notes.
most.
Yes, kill the thing that he cared about the most. And none of us really knew what that meant. We were all a little confused for a second, and then Axiom tried to silence him. That was kind of funny. That was really funny.
Did
Not
you guys
going to
ever?
lie.
Eventually, she started bleeding from her eyes and her nose. I wonder if that
Well,
was him.
I'm assuming that was him, yes.
So the thing Rosgreaves cares about most is Sarenrae?
Well, it sounds like it's his
Granddaughter?
granddaughter?
So I guess, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. I don't want to think about it too hard. Why do you think Saren Wade was coming down in the first place, though?
Probably because of Rosgreaves?
Maybe.
If I had to guess, or maybe just all the energy. Who knows? Maybe it was the plan
knows?
the whole time.
I don't know.
She told me her uncle was Cord, but then Rosgreaves said that her uncle's not actually Cord. It's like an adopted thing. So maybe he wasn't
okay.
around. So Cord took her in.
Maybe. I mean,
Godly family trees are so weird.
yeah. Yeah, I don't really want to think about it too hard. She seemed nice, though. I hope she's okay.
She was very sweet.
I think that's everything you missed. Because
Okay.
Then Saren Ray appeared. Oh, well then, did you see Kato stab Amu?
No.
No,
All of a
so
sudden I
that's
was
why
just...
that's why he's mad. Mad? I don't has weird
Oh, was
emotions.
that weird look?
So when he had shown up, because Amu wanted to fight, wanted to tussle, something about saying his real name, or saying his name in general, which doesn't exist. He told us that. Rosgreaves had thrown his sword aside, and then Kato did something sneaky, and then he grabbed the sword and he stabbed Amu with it.
Yeah, that tracks.
It does track. I'm really not surprised. I did get to shoot Amu 2 more times though, and I enjoyed that.
That is satisfying.
Did it probably do anything? No, but it felt good.
And that's what really matters.
I think when you're fighting gods, that's all that matters. So yeah, that's why Kato had to stay behind. I'm assuming there's going to be some sort of consequence.
Oh. I hope he's okay. Still mad
I
at him.
hope so.
But I do hope he's okay.
Yeah, but like not like that mad at him.
No,
Like,
not that mad.
Yeah. You still want him to be okay.
I wonder if we'll ever see him again. Knowing Kato, it'll be a dramatic entrance, per usual.
Most likely, yes.
Well,
It's either going to be very dramatic, or he's just going to suddenly appear.
yep.
There's no
You
in
guys just
between.
wake up the next day and he's just making breakfast in the kitchen. Oh hey,
Precisely.
Yeah, I got chewed out by a god, but here I am.
Here I am. We want some pancakes?
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Okay. Well, I'm also glad
Man, I
that
could
you
go
still have Watcher.
Yeah. I'm still a little confused. I get what he said, but I guess I would also assume that if someone was dead, that they would no longer be able to hold up their end of a pact, and then therefore, that was, I guess, where my logic was, that if he was dead, wouldn't that null our pact?
I guess
I
you never
don't
really had much of an
know.
interim between your other pact ending and your other pact beginning, so you wouldn't really been
Well-
able to make that connection.
Well, and
I guess
never
you-
really had this talk before, but my first pact was kind of forced. It's not like I did a lot of research into it ahead of time. It was kind of like you turned 16, it's time to do this.
Oh, I know that feeling.
Yeah. So it's not like I had a lot of,
You don't need to explain, trust me.
yeah.
If anyone gets it.
And then the second one was kind of a desperation move.
Fair. I guess your other pact ended because you actively went against it.
I guess?
I mean, you did kill him. I'm pretty sure that goes against your pact.
Temporarily.
Well,
He's
yeah.
gonna reform.
Asher
I
will
don't
too,
wanna-
won't he? Isn't that what Raspberry said? Eventually he'd be back?
Yeah, once the war is over.
I feel like gods don't actually die. I feel like they just wait until they can make their most dramatic reappearance. And they try and one-up each other every time.
Kind of getting tired of it.
I know. What are
I
we
was
even
really-
supposed to do now?
I don't know.
No one
I'm
actually...
gonna be honest. I was kind of hoping that maybe when we'd wrapped all this up, I was looking to maybe just doing something chill. Maybe seeing if I could go stay with the Ashari for a little bit. Are they even okay? I don't know.
Oh yeah, what are they going to
But
do
we're
without
here
Asher?
now.
Do they even know? I assume they know.
I don't want to think about that one too hard.
I hope somebody
It's also
tells them.
been 10 years, so who knows what's happened.
That's also true. I want to say, in the good thing, on a positive note, everyone we already know is, from our past life is already dead, so they won't have to be worried, but that's also just really depressing.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really have anybody to worry about me. I mean, you worry about me, and Amity worries about me, and I think that might be the extent of it.
Saga too.
Saga worries about me.
I think Saga worries with everyone.
Yeah. I don't know if Gesher Axiom worry about me. Or Shilk.
I think we're all just worried about Shilk, let's be honest. You never know. I'm worried for the day he turns into a plant, when he really shouldn't turn into a plant. The one time it happened, it was really good. But if it happens again, it might not be so good.
Yeah, I know. It's hard to say, really. But, I mean, we get into Vasselheim. I mean, the people we were going to try and find in Vasselheim, it's been 10 years. Who knows if they're still alive?
What was our original point coming here again? I don't even remember.
I feel like we were coming here for a different reason at first. But then it became... But then it became, I'm getting there! Let me finish my thought! Because then it became, we need to help Vatham, but in my notes, when I was writing down things we need to do, visit Vasselheim is in between rescue Farron with a question mark and speak to Lightning. So it was a while ago that we wanted to visit Vasselheim, when Vatham was still alive.
Speak to Lightning? What does speak to Lightning?
That was Kayla writing silly notes.
About
you needing to talk to Lightning. You needed to talk to Lightning!
This is true. That's right.
So I don't remember why we originally needed to come to Vasselheim.
I know, there was something before
Vatham. Get Vatham back.
That's true. We do need to find... I know, there was some reason we wanted to come here before the Vatham thing, but I cannot remember what it was, because this was so long ago.
So long ago.
Didn't we originally want to come here because this was the last place that wasn't like a war zone?
Maybe we were just trying to find not a war zone.
And now I think it just caught up because we were gone for so long. I think that's why. I think that was the original plan, was that we were told to come this way.
Yeah, was it from after we had met up with...
was it Nomad who told us to come this way?
Maybe?
Oh. So confusing. As I hear pages turning in Vanya's head. So now we're here to find... What are we even going to do with this ship? The ship won't go anywhere.
I mean, apparently it's not easy to find now, so...
We also need to find something to bring Vathan back, if that's even possible, hopefully.
I mean, I thought our original plan was to try and find...
Oh, yeah, those others.
Yeah, the people we had met when we were in...
Should we have asked one of the
God,
gods
maybe.
if they could have brought Vathan back?
You know, that probably would have been the smart move.
We have way too many people to keep track of that need things.
Look forward to nobody needing anything from me.
I know.
Well, I guess... I mean, tomorrow our main goal is get safely into the city.
Which I don't even know how we're going to do that. Well, I guess we could fly, but dragons. I'm concerned.
That's tomorrow, Vanya and Rowan, and tomorrow group problems.
We never got to talk about it, but do you remember what Ian said about Ramona?
Yeah. That's weird.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really understand.
Neither do I. I don't know how that fixes itself, but I'm very excited for the day it does.
Yeah, I'm hopeful.
Well, we really should check in with the Ashari because we left her there.
Yeah.
I need a nap.
I didn't tell you what Ian told me, did I? We never really had a chance to talk about that.
After that, it was elementals and Amu, and then this, and I feel like we've been going for apparently 10 years.
Did you hear what I asked her, or do I need to recap that as well?
I can't remember if could we hear the questions you were asking?
No.
Yeah, we didn't hear your questions.
So, I asked about that stupid door in the abyss.
Mm-hmm.
She said it was a difficult question, but that it was the source of Asher's power.
Okay.
Which, honestly, in light of what we just learned, really just makes things, I think, more confusing, not less.
To be fair, anything concerning Asher always makes things more confusing.
I asked what Asher had wanted to know when he was here, when he had been in the temple, or a temple, but that he walks a walk that many don't understand, and he and his sister had ascended to godhood, but they're more of a vague ideal, which after what Razgri's told us does in fact make a little bit more sense. I asked about Amu, and that answer really just, I think, is more confusing now that he's dead. But that he's a part of Asher. He can be shunned aside, but as long as Asher exists, so does he. But Asher is technically dead, and that's why he can die.
Do you think that when Asher comes back, Amu comes back?
I hope not.
Or when Asher comes back, it's possible for Amu to come back?
Maybe?
If somebody brings him back?
I don't know.
Things we should have asked. Oh, I guess now we can just ask the wind. Whatever that means.
I feel like we should save that for actually important things.
Well, I know, but you know what I mean.
And then I had asked if Asher was dead. Because that was when I was still very confused about this whole pact and magic thing. But that death for Asher isn't permanent, and that he dies often, which is two things we already knew.
Oh, yeah. Alright. Interesting. I feel like that both helped and didn't help at all.
It was nice to at least get a chance to ask questions.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I should have asked better questions. I don't know. I feel like
It's a bit stressful when you're asking somebody who knows everything. Sometimes it's a bit difficult to come up with questions.
Yeah. Well, and like, I don't know. This is kind of the first time in my life I've been able to question things. So I don't know what questions I even want to ask sometimes.
Do you remember what it felt like having her inside of you?
Mike, what did it feel like?
Well, from your perspective, you were just in a library with her.
I mean, all I saw was her library. We were just standing there talking.
Oh, that's not what we saw. And I explained what she looked like to us.
Oh, that's weird. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
glad I didn't have to see that.
It was odd.
It was an odd experience, but not a bad one.
I hope she's okay too.
Yeah.
I can't tell if the problems are following us or if we're just landing in the problems. Well, I guess Amu was following us, so that's,
Yeah,
sort of
that one's on us.
that was definitely our problem. Although you'd
That
think he
one's-
could have just left us alone. We are the ones who freed him. Stupid pillow.
Just to say, that one is specifically your and I's fault.
Listen, alright? Could have just played Naked Marco Polo, but no.
We should have just
We
played
all had-
Naked Marco Polo.
We all had to hold to our morals. Or at least some of us did.
I was saying, I didn't want the rest of you to feel like you needed to collapse on your morals. Next
we
time, though.
We'll know for
Clearly,
next
the lesson here is always fall to hedonism.
time. What do we do about that thing in your bag?
Pretend it doesn't exist. Never think about it when I go to reach for arrows.
I think about it every time I look at that bag. Although it is maybe a really good self-destruct sort of thing. If ever we need to, we can just take it out and throw it at something if we're really in the pickle.
Well, 'cause
Yes. Schrodinger's orb.
Because here's the problem. Because with the bag of holding, if you take it upside down, if you shake it out, everything will fall out of it, and then whoever just shook it out is going to immediately be sucked into an orb.
Mm. So if you try and take it out,
I don't want to think about it.
because if you try and take it out and then the orb sucks you in, but then you also have the bag.
I'm
That's
pretty
odd.
sure bad things can happen when
That makes sense.
Amity would probably know more.
So
but
is there any way for us to get it out? Could you just shoot it at somebody from the bag?
I don't know.
I'd say we should test it, but that's a terrible idea.
It's a terrible idea.
Well, if ever we're really, really, really stuck, that is the final plan. And I mean the last possible plan.
So yep.
If it's chuck an orb of destruction at something, or Amity dies, we're throwing an orb of destruction at something. I'm saying right now. I'll do it if you won't, but it's gonna happen if we have to. I'm not above throwing an orb of destruction at the god. Or betrayer god, whatever.
Yeah, maybe we should. I feel like we should have done something with this orb when we were standing next to a couple of gods, but it's ours now.
Yeah. I mean, we told him about it, and he didn't say anything, so yeah, it's ours now.
True. Apparently, living in a bag of holding is an acceptable.
Maybe he just didn't really care. Or maybe he didn't quite register what we said. Huh. Interesting.
I just don't think about it whenever I am getting more arrows.
Don't accidentally think about it and pull it out.
Think only about arrows.
Mm-hmm. Good. Alright, well, we should probably go. Well, you sleep. I won't sleep, but...
I'd like
And
to
then
sleep.
tomorrow we figure out how to cross a battlefield.
Ugh. Okay. Do we have to?
Right here, diagonally. Pretty sneaky, guys.
I want to say no, but apparently the answer is yes. Because what else are we gonna do with the rest of our lives? Relax?
Oh, and I do still kind of feel bad about Fathom, so...
I know, we do need to do something for Ratham. Okay,
Go back into the fort.
let's go find the bigger, better, improved pillow fort.
Alright, you guys head to Land Fort 1 and find Gesh and Shilk inside. What are the two of you doing?
Oh, I'm definitely just buried in pillows.
Nice.
Instead of a ball pit, he's made a pillow pit.
I heard a noise. Is somebody there?
Chilk,
It's just us, Shilk.
where are you?
I'm under the pillows.
Under the pillows in that corner.
I was gonna say, which pillows?
I just see the whole pile moving.
I go start excavating Shilk out of the pillows.
I pop up behind her.
Ah! Whack-a-mole. That would require so much effort to move that quickly through pillows. Oh my god.
Quick, cast haste on me.
And then it wears off, and then it's like, guys, where's Shilk? Just unmoving underneath the pillows from the exhaustion wearing on.
Gesh actually does cast haste on Shilk.
My god.
His final form.
Hi guys, Paul.
Oh, hey, Paul.
Paul? Hey, Paul.
Sorry.
Paul!
Alright,
Sorry, my roommate sent me a text and I wasn't expecting it to automatically start playing noise.
every round for a minute, I take the dash action 4 times.
God.
I spend that time trying to catch Shilk.
Cheetah, sit! Cheetah!
I try and fail to catch Shilk. Eventually I get tired and flop over into the pillows. I take my trance in like full starfish mode
Oh my god.
in the pillows. That's my trance position.
Alright. Anything anyone else would like to do before you guys take your long rest?
Just long periods of prayer, and that's about it.
Okay. Alright, then if there's nothing else, everybody gains the benefits of a long rest.
Hallelujah. We did it.
Now, 8 hours later, what would the party like to do now?
Poke the head outside.
Yeah.
Alright, you poke your head outside, the ship is still there.
Not surrounded.
I mean, you're
Or
inside.
Swarmed.
the ship, so
Sorry, swarmed is the correct word I was looking for.
You would have to look elsewhere to see if there's stuff outside the ship. Right now,
I
you're
can do that.
Radar.
I stick my head out the door for a minute.
okay.
How close is the nearest fiend?
About a mile away.
Okay, guys, I think we're in the clear. About a mile away.
Holy shit! Is it sensory overload?
No, there's gotta be so many fiends.
She definitely, like, visibly flinches.
I know it says you learn how many, but honestly,
I
there's
don't-
too many to count.
I don't want to know how many.
There's too many. They're all in groups, spread out and whatnot. It's just a huge thing.
That's fine.
Go outside, I guess, of the ship quietly and see if there's anything outside that's not a fiend.
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception check.
24.
24. All right. Okay. All right. You do not notice anything outside. Like around the ship. There's plenty of shit off in the distance.
Mm-hmm.
Does anybody know of a way we can get to that city?
Are you walking back to the mansion?
Oh, that's right. I'm the only one who left.
Yep.
Oh wait, can I go to where we were when we appeared on the ship? And look out at the battlefield and see if anything's changed?
Sure. Yeah, you can do that.
That's what I do.
All right. As you are making your way towards that type of like observation area,
Got a bad feeling about this.
No. What do you mean?
It's fine.
suddenly you take 17 points of slashing damage as you are attacked by an unseen creature, and you watch as this bladed appendage that has wrapped around you and grappled you slowly starts to move, and you can see that it is camouflaged with the exterior of the ship.
Oh, son of a bitch.
And you see a large beast that has grabbed a hold of you. A beast that you're not entirely sure what it is, as it seems to be a strange amalgamation of many creatures all fused together.
Eh.
God damn it.
And with you in its claws, that's where we're going to end it tonight.
Yep.
God damn it, Amity.
What?
It's not her fault.
Why is that
I'm just
happening?
alive here.
Never set the alarm spell.
I definitely did.
Oh, you did? I didn't hear you if you did.
It ends after 8 hours, though.
Ah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, on that note, we will end the stream here. So thank you guys for watching, and we will catch you next week, hopefully.
Bye-bye.